I'm here to sculpt a cervical vertebra. I have a regular water-based clay, and we're going to try and replicate this here. The first thing that I'm noticing is the round section here. It's a solid piece, so we'll just put that on first. Then it has two wings, and we'll add the wings on either side. Now, when we turn the model sideways and this model sideways, you can see how this structure comes a little more forward than what I have. So I'm going to move my structure forward. And then perhaps time to add our little piece up at the top to keep us knowing what we're referencing. So we have a big hole, so we want to make sure we get this hole going all the way through. I'm noticing now these little square wings. The scary part about doing a sculpture of any kind from life is that it really looks like it'll never work right at the beginning. And you just have to have faith and keep going with the process, because getting these forms is complicated. Now we have these very important holes that we can make with one of our tools. Having a chance to look at the top angles is very, very helpful in any three-dimensional piece. Many times you may find that the photographs are taken from the front and the side, and they may not give you the top. So take a good look here. Need to look again at the way this vertebra nestles into the next one. Your piece in clay may necessarily not be quite as delicate as the bone because of the heaviness of the clay, but you can get close. It's much too big. I think we've explored most of the forms that we've seen in the vertebrae now that are available to us.
If you don't have access to a model of a human bone, you can make your sculpture using an illustration of the bone. But making a three-dimensional sculpture using a two-dimensional drawing is difficult. You might see the forms as more flattened than they actually are. So we recommend that you find a similar bone of another animal, clean the bone, and use it as a reference. For example, this is a cervical vertebra from a goat that we boiled and removed all the meat. It is now ready to be used as a reference for the sculpture. This sculpture took our sculptor 15 minutes to complete. Don't worry if your sculpture is not as professional. It's really the process that we're interested in and not the product.